Fans have been waiting for Persona 6 for ages now. Like, Persona 5 came out in 2016, almost 10 years ago. And ever since then, it only been remasters, remakes, and other stuff. But now we have something totally new. Let me present to you Persona 5! Wait, what? That's not new. Persona 5, the Phantom X? What the heck is that supposed to be? Persona 5X launched in April 2024 only in Asia, but just recently launched globally for PC and mobile. P5X isn't a normal Persona mainline game, if you haven't noticed. It's obviously a spin-off of Persona 5 and has basically the same setting, but in this version of the world, the universe, the Phantom Thieves don't really publicly do anything. They are still there, they do still exist, but probably only for the gacha stuff. Oh, haven't I mentioned? This is a gacha game. The world of P5X is a place without hope. Like, literally. The desires of the people in this world are being stolen, therefore they aren't even able to have any hope. You notice that really quickly, since nobody in this world seems to give a single fuck about anything. Even when a woman tries to off herself, they just make a few comments and go on with their day. It's almost scary in a way, and you really start to think that there is no hope in this world. But somehow, the MC manages to regain his desire, and now wants to help people do the same thing. P5X does feature an original story. It's still the same world as Persona 5, but the story is still unique and different. It basically has you doing your normal Persona stuff during the day, social links, hanging out, doing stuff like that. And then when you want to, or when you have to, you go into mementos, fighting shadows, and occasionally, when you have a target in mind, basically search for their palace in mementos rather than actually having keywords to put into the Metaverse Navigator. So once you find the target, you go into the palace and you do the palace as normal, same as in Persona 5. The combat is a little bit different though. It's pretty similar to the normal Persona combat. It's just a little simplified. Follow-ups attacks, baton passes, or whatever you call them, are basically just one-button inputs, and then the character just does an attack. It's not actually switching the character. The combat has a few new things too, like highlights, what are basically just CRGs. They are pretty cool because the animation is sick as fuck. They really cooked on that shit. I don't know what to tell you, but they cooked on these animations. All of them are unique, just like the characters in general. The only problem I might have with the characters is that a lot of the characters are locked behind the gacha wall, so you have to gamble to get them, like all the old characters, the old Phantom Thieves, and some characters that are totally new, you can't really get otherwise. But I think most of the major characters that you would want, you can get just through the main story, I think. Like I already said, the characters in the game are pretty unique. They're deep and interesting and range from fine-ass teachers to characters that you already know from Persona 5. There is your main cast like Moto Arai, who's your typical cheery girl, cool, nice. She's an ex-baseball player and is closely related to the first palace of the game, kind of like Anis in Persona 5. There's also Tomoko, who is her best friend. She looks like a shy girl at first when you meet her, but she isn't really. She also plays baseball. and kinda has a crush on the main character. There is your mascot too, Lufel. I kid you not, he is so much better than Morgana will ever be. He's kinda like a gentle thief. He kinda gives off Robin Hood in a way. He's like this owl thingy. He talks very old-fashioned, but I like that. There are many more characters, and I have not even scratched the surface of all of them. I still have many characters to meet, and I'm excited for that. Saying that the game is not a new game would not be correct. Sure, it does borrow a lot of assets and stuff from Persona 5 and Persona 5 Royal. Like, there's a lot of music they just rip straight from the game, mechanics, characters, and more. But I still think it's a very unique experience, and part of that is also that it is a mobile game or also a gacha game. It's not Persona 6. That is something you will have to understand. I'm still waiting for that, but this is a nice spin-off that kind of flips the whole theme of Persona 5 on its head. Even though it's not a brand new idea, I think the game is great. And since it's a live service game, it will make the wait for Persona 6 just a little bit more bearable. If you enjoyed the video, give it a like, maybe subscribe. Also, who knows, maybe you would like to check out another one. But until we meet again, farewell.
All along, confessing while alone and on, without a clue, without a sign, without grasping it. The real question to be asked: where have I